This is the superpower to get to the top. This is it. Stay tuned. Welcome to Maple and Mangu. I am Rafael, your host, and on this episode, I will be teaching you how you can actually supercharge yourself and your business, how you can actually elevate the way you operate your business, and as well, how you can supercharge how impactful your actions are within your community. Networking with the right community. If you are starting out, if you are a business that's trying to get off the ground, you want to get your name out there, I believe the most important thing is obviously marketing, but within marketing, the most important thing is who are you creating relationship with? Who are you creating relationships with? Because when you create relationships with people of influence, it's a lot more effective. Let me give you an example. When I give a referral to some of my clients, for example, go see this accountant or go see that mechanic, automatically those referrals were gonna go directly to them without thinking whether these professionals are good at the craft or not, because they trust in my word. They know that I've done some things in my life and they know that my word means something. Automatically, it carries a bit more weight. So that is the number one thing. Creating a network of individuals that have some certain level of development, people that have done some things with their lives, right? So they have some kind of influence in the communities. How powerful is this? I work in financial services. One of the careers, if you would, that you're not allowed to do, and at the same time as doing what I do for work, is in some provinces, you cannot be a pastor. Why can you be a pastor in a church? Because these people have due influence over other people. And that leads the regulators to think that people will just take any product this pastor will offer because they trust in their authority, although they don't know how good this person is at the actual job, at the actual advising in these things, right? So that tells you how important it is to network with people that have influence. So when you go out there, let's say, for example, you're in finance like I am, you can go and connect with accountants, lawyers, real estate agents, people of influence in your community that they are not exactly in the same job that you are, because then that will be kind of like a conflict of interest. However, you are within the same industry, you are kind of seeing the same type of people, and therefore you actually can complement each other's practices. For example, I do not do taxes. I do not file taxes for my clients, and my clients do need taxes done. So I send them to an accountant. The accountant can do that for them. The opposite is also truth. The accountant can do the taxes, can structure the companies, and operating companies and holding companies and all these things that the accountant do. However, they are not advisors, so they can refer me clients. And when those referrals come from somebody like as an accountant, it's already a good referral to work on. So that's the number one reason why you should get yourself networking with the right individuals, create those relationships with those people, right? So because you get to get better referrals, and the people that you're talking with, they already have a level of understanding in business as a whole, okay? Second reason is they say, show me your network and I will show you your net worth. What that means is that if you're hanging out with individuals that are trying to grow themselves, if you're hanging out with individuals that are trying to develop businesses and organizations, and you should try to work with people that have the hunger to find the best version of themselves, it is a lot easier for you to grow as well as a whole. The opposite is also true. If you are up here in the identity level and the people you're networking with, the identity is down here, likely you're going to cool off your identity a little bit. But the opposite is also true. Let's say that you are around here and most of the people you're hanging with, business-wise, they are up here. It's likely that you raise your temperature, you raise the hunger, you raise the commitment. You're going to increase basically your capacity just by being around these individuals. So networking with the right individuals can not just get you the right clients, but can as well improve your identity just by association. At the beginning of my career, I used to network a lot. Let me warn you, don't do what I did, because networking also sounds like not working. And what that means is if you are networking, ensure that the people you're networking with, you can somehow profit long term from this, either from the relationship or they can become your client directly. I will not go to try to make him a client right away because you want to get to know them, you want to build a legitimate relationship with them, as in you care about who they are. Remember, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care for them. But at least network in the right community. Network in a community where you can actually turn those connections into profits for your business. Not necessarily because they are going to spend money in your business, but because they are going to benefit you one way or another. They can teach you something that you can implement in your business. They can teach you something that perhaps will want to expand your horizon into new markets. And as well, they can give you referrals. All right, champs. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Maple and Mangu. Share this with somebody that perhaps can benefit from this that we're sharing right here. And by the way, if you have not subscribed yet, please click like and subscribe. Share this video. This is how we can reach more communities.